What's up, everyone, and we're here for more DC Dual Force news. The biggest thing is a lot of rewards are coming to us with the subscription service. There are new patch notes and, of course, the new rank system. Let's get to it. So first things first, we have a brand new comic. This comic is Flashpoint Part 1. Now, the biggest thing is we actually get a new card that we had not known anything about in the past. We get Thomas Wayne version of Batman. In this case, it is a silver 3/5 Hunter and Hidden. Batman has +1 attack for each gadget you've played this game. Now, with the fact that the gadget's been changed, they've been doing okay, but now that we have something, this is crazy that I think this is a silver card, because not only is it Hidden and Hunter, if you play only like 5 gadgets or so, I mean, which isn't even that crazy, it's going to be an 8/5 with Hunter and Hidden. And it's not a unique, so then you can put multiple in your deck. So we'll definitely be checking that out, and I will definitely be putting my run on the comic up on YouTube later, so then that way you guys can actually check it out. And especially in the future when this comic goes away, it's there for you guys to look at. Now, we also have the new cards. The new cards are the mini set Blue Beetle. Now, the key is how to get these cards. Well, the way that you actually get these cards is through the subscription model. So now that this mini set is out, when you purchase the gold membership, you will have access to the special promo cards. In this case, we are talking about the mini set of Blue Beetle, and you also have access to now this new daily login track. All the stuff that's on the bottom you will get. So of course you will get the mini set cards, but this month you will actually get the deluxe versions of these cards. Doesn't show it here, but you can kind of look and see how there's a glowy effect on each of these cards. Now, some hidden features. 1, we have a new skin for Superman. We have no idea how to get this new look for Superman, but I will say it does look a lot better than the regular look. And also for the Joker, look at this. Look at this leader skin. That looks way better. Definitely some upgrades. Now, if you're eagle-eyed and had seen my previous news, I showed you guys how we had a new skin for Harley and a new skin for Batgirl and Cyborg. They're not here anymore. Makes me believe that, of course, those will probably come out in the future in a different way, maybe in the next month's daily login, but right now they're just not in there, which is pretty cool, because then now we know that not only do we have these 2 new skins, but in the future we have those other 3 ones that could come to us. Also, ranked. If you get through the sidekick rank, which is more than likely like the beginning ranks and such in the actual ranked mode, you will have access to this new card, a 10/5 gold in Anarchy, Ares. All leaders have +4 attack and chaotic. Chaotic is a new keyword, which basically means they attack randomly. So when the character attacks, they randomly attack one of the valid options. So they're going to replace probably Amygdala was really the only one that would do attack randomly, and just add it to chaotic, so then that way they can do that for the future. You get this one for free if you do ranked, and which makes me believe you'll get 2 copies, because it is a promo card, as you can see. Now, the patch notes. At this time of recording, the patch notes are not posted onto the website. They are, though, live in the client. And also the ranked system is not out yet. Should be coming out in a few minutes, but I'll go ahead and go over the patch notes for you guys, so then that way you can see what has been changed. And it's been some juiciness that's happening up here. Lex Luthor, the leader, is now 18 health instead of 19 health. Connor Hawk, instead of it being a 1/6, it is now a 2/6, which honestly, I did some testing with Connor in the past, and he's not as bad as it may seem. Now that he's been buffed, I think he can actually be pretty useful. I did some testing with him previously when he was a 1/6, and he wasn't that bad. I wanted to test him, see what he felt like in a mono tactics list when I was in the exhibition match, but I had some rules tied to that. And honestly, I was pleasantly surprised. The key thing about him is that 6 health. 6 health has some survivability, because he's both Hunter and he gets more attack depending on your actual actions that are in your hand. Chip now says deploy. You may pay bronze to give Chip and a green lantern, now random green lantern, in your hand, +1/+1 and aura. He's now bronze, no longer free, and it's now a 2/3, but he was a 1/1. So Chip has been changed to where now he'll end up being a 3/4 with aura, and then gives 1/1 and aura to a card in your hand. I think it's okay, to be honest, especially with the fact that Chaseon is still doing what he's doing. Now, granted, the free aspect with Chaseon was very overpowering, but I don't think it's that bad for the Green Lanterns. We shall see in the long run. Darla Dudley, now a 3/1 instead of a 2/1. I had her in some aggro list, and I popped off with her surprisingly more than I thought. So this could be interesting for Energy. Imbued with Lightning, now free, was bronze. So now that Imbued with Lightning is free, that's just another tool for almost any Energy list, because then you actually have free lightning bolts. And I'll be honest, there's been a lot of Energy lists that's been even running Eugene Choi just to have some amount of lightning bolts in the deck, even without Shazam. Honestly, you'll see a lot more updates here, but Energy kind of wins big with it with these buffs. John Constantine now has aura and says after you play a magical spell, give your recruits 1/1. So does this actually kill Constantine? I don't think he's actually dead, because it's not like in a Zatanna list you're just not gonna run Constantine, but the fact that it doesn't give aura to all your units probably means that more lists are going to start running, which you're probably going to see more of, Captain Atom. Now that you'll be able to give aura to pretty much everything, and it's very good against Joker, who is widely used. Liberty Bell in Energy now is a 3/2, was a 3/1, and Max Mercury, now a 3/3, was a 2/3. Now, like I said before, Energy got buffed. Now, of course, other than Constantine, which, like I said, Constantine's not even dead. But with these two changes right here, honestly, we might see a lot more aggro Energy, i.e. the Flash, and units that actually utilize the early flurry, early speed, because there was many times that Liberty Bell was killed off due to maybe a Timothy Hunter, maybe an Amethyst, maybe a Batarang. Shoot, I even killed her off with Harvey Bullock. But now that she has 2 health, she might have some survivability. Gotta be very careful. It's gonna be a lot harder to kill her. And Max Mercury, being able to do the 3/3 as well. I'm starting to get worried about Energy. It used to be one of the weakest regions in this game, but now they're ending up being one of the strongest with all these buffs. Now, one of the biggest things, Doomsday now has Hunter and says parting shot, return Doomsday to your hand, and he gets +2 power, that is, this game. This right here brings a dead card to being very much alive. Doomsday previously was just not necessary or not good at all, to where you just play him and then parting shot, he comes back to your hand, and it wasn't even that good. But now, oh my lord, every time he dies, he gets bigger, stronger, and a lot harder to deal with, that's for sure. You're going to see a lot more Doomsdays run in Anarchy as well. With all these buffs to Anarchy, which we'll go over another one as well, you'll probably see less of the aggro aspects. Like, you'll still see some aggro, but you'll probably start seeing some more mid-range versions of Anarchy to deal the damage over time and not try to kill you in the early game. Mr. Mixoplix Mischief now says replace your deck with random super rare and ultimate cards, draw a card. So basically all they really changed with this is that they added draw a card. Wasn't really used other than meme decks, probably still won't be used unless meme decks, but because of the whole randomness of the super rare and ultimate cards. But ultimately, I mean, it's good that you can draw a card off of it, so it's not just you sitting there like, oh great. It could be a get out of jail to get cards, but let's just say that it's, whereas meme decks and such, it probably a little step higher, so it's probably still mean, but not extremely mean. The Joker recruit now says after a friendly Arkham inmate is KO'd, deal 3 damage to a random enemy leader, but is now a silver cost and is a 6/3 was a 6/4. My God. Now, granted, this is unique, and there's, a good chance that not everyone has this card because, uniques are pretty much legendaries in this game. But regardless, they changed the fact that it doesn't do 4 damage to anything on the field and now just exclusively does 3 damage to one of the leaders. And honestly, it's a buff for it because granted, I didn't mind the fact that it would do 4 damage to recruits because there was a good way of actually killing off the board. But now that it's geared, this is Anarchy, so it's geared towards doing damage to leaders. There's even more damage to leaders. So if your board is full of Arkham inmates and you plan on trading them, play this guy down. You don't have to wait till the gold turns. You can just place it on silver and then start trading. And then, because he's silver, you could still, especially in the late game, say you have Bazooka. Get that extra range to kill the leader after you had just got done using Joker. I mean, possibilities are endless. You could Doomsday on top of it. The key is, you have the ability to be more versatile. The biggest thing is that he's silver now. That is huge, absolutely huge. And focus on the leaders, that's pretty much good. So we're definitely gonna see a lot more Jokers. And that's why I said in Anarchy, yeah, we're gonna definitely see probably more mid-range decks and not necessarily all of the Arkham inmates go face all the time. And finally, Black Mask. Black Mask has been a menace, but he now says, after you deploy another Arkham inmate, give your other Arkham inmates 1/1, like before. He no longer affects himself and is now a 3/3 instead of a 2/2. This is definitely a step in the right direction because Black Mask could definitely get out of control. Now, granted, he is a 3/3 now, so it's like, okay, all right. He has a little bit more health and is something you have to kind of deal with. But as the Black Mask player, you definitely have to keep him in the back so then he doesn't just absolutely die so quickly if you want to buff your board. And honestly, this is good because way too many times you will have the opponent's Black Mask could be absolutely absurd, have way too much health, so there was no way to kill him, so he just kind of skyrockets everyone else, and then everyone else has so much crazy health that here you have enemies has bronze units that are just nothing more than 8 health, 7 health, 10 health, and you can't do anything. But like I said before, step in the right direction, very good for it. We'll see if more needs to be done, i.e., there's still the penguin that you have to deal with and wonder about. The fact is, you can still do multiple buffs in a turn. Like, you still have jailbreak, you still have ways to get Arkham inmates on the board, and they can still grow. But he's still within Energy Blast and a few other cards that can direct damage straight to him. So you give a little, you get a little. We'll see how it all turns out as time goes on. Because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of aggro on the ladder now that Ranked has come out. So we'll see how this all turns out in the long run. So now that we've took some time to go over all these cards, Ranked is now out. And as you can see, we have the actual rank system. Season ends in 26 days. At a season reset, your rank will drop 25 ranks, but will never fall below rank 50. So right now you win emblems, whatever these symbols are. And when you're on fire, i.e. win several times in a row, you'll get +2 additional. Losses, you don't get any at all. Right now we're in the Psychic Beta, so when you first start off, you were ranked 80. So Psychic range is from 80 to 51, 51 to 41 for Bronze, 40 to 31, 30 to 21, 20 to 11, 10 to 1, and World's Finest as the final rank. So it's actually pretty interesting. We will definitely be playing some ranked here in the future and kind of seeing how well we can actually do. So this is actually what the rank system looks like, which before is what I've always wanted to see because there was nothing kind of tied to this to see how ranking would go. Now, granted, in the World's Finest part, I do not know if there's going to be like if that is like the master mode and everyone kind of gets a tied ranking system like some other card games. We shall see how that turns out, but for right now, it's pretty cool that you actually have a symbol tied to it. And trust, I will definitely be playing a lot of ranked with a lot of different decks, so make sure you guys do tune in to me on my Twitch, twitch.tv/AnalyzerGaming, because we do play a lot of different decks there and a lot of different modes. And remember, once you get out of sidekick rank, you'll get that new card, Ares. So aside from that, I hope you guys liked all the information that we currently have, and I will definitely, Lord willing, see you guys on the ladder. Until then, make sure you guys like the video, make sure you guys are subscribed for more DC Dual Force content and news. Tune it here first. You guys be safe, take care, and Lord willing, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. Phenomenon.